I'm Masayoshi Sugo. I'm a 32-year-old office worker who hates people who break the rules. A few months ago, I got a job offer from my aunt and started working at this company. She wanted me to get rid of this employee who was up to some shady dealings. The guy was actually my boss. He went after some of the women in the company. But in the end, he got caught and got kicked out. There's a separate video about him, so check it out.
Thanks for the other day. You really helped me out.
Sure, no more though.
Oh, come on. I still need your help.
What's this?
I need you to fix a problem. You hate people who break the rules, right?
What kind of monster are we dealing with this time? Turns out she hired me to become the moral leader of the company.
It's a job that needs to be done. You'll do it, right?
Okay. I got transferred to the sales department. It didn't take long for me to find my target. His name was Nashio Tokoshiki. He was the section chief, which made him my boss. Everyone told me he was a laid-back guy, but after some research, I found out that he was really rude and arrogant towards people outside the company. Hey. Hello. The president is visiting soon. You were in charge of finding a restaurant. How's it coming? Oh, right. I found a few places. I heard he doesn't like greasy food, so I booked us a Japanese restaurant. Hey now, that's not good enough. What do you mean? How do you know he'll want to eat Japanese food that day? It's the company president we're talking about. What if he doesn't like the restaurant? But he said he wanted everyone in the sales department to attend, so there are more than 10 of us. We gotta make a reservation somewhere. Of course. Listen, in cases like this, you reserve a bunch of restaurants at the same time. What? Then you ask him what he wants to eat that day. You get me? But what about the other restaurants? Just cancel. On the day of the reservation? We're their customers. We come first. Plus, it's not like we're calling them. It's fine. But it's a big group. They'll probably have to throw out a lot of the food. That's not our problem. Just focus on entertaining our guest. Everything else is irrelevant. I see. So book other restaurants too. Italian, French. Book a normal restaurant too, just in case. But if you don't get this right, they'll blame me too. I'm your boss. Just do it. That's a direct order. He clearly didn't care about the restaurants. People like him are the reason why lots of restaurants are going out of business. Unbelievable. Tokoshiki wasn't a bad boss, but... Hurry up already! And bring the food out with the drinks, idiot! What's your problem, huh? Apologize! I'm the customer here. Forget you, kid. Bring me the manager! Whenever we went out to eat, he was always like this to the waiters. And whenever we tried to stop him, he just said, I'm the customer. I'm always right. It was pretty annoying, to be honest. Then one of my old friends texted me. His name was Shintaro. After high school, he started working at his family's restaurant. He was training under his dad to take over the business someday. Masayoshi! Long time no talk. Hey Shintaro, what's going on? Well, I wanted to ask you something. What is it? You said you started working with your aunt, right? Yeah? There a guy named Tokoshiki there? Huh? Oh, yeah. What about him? You know how we only take customers with reservations? Well, he came over once and left his card. A week later, he rented out the entire restaurant. I guess he really liked our food, but... But what? He canceled last minute. What? Did he order the course menu? Yeah, the most expensive one. 15,000 yen per person. What happened to the food? It was just him that night, so we had to throw it out. What? But I told him. I said if he's gonna cancel, we need to know 2 days before. But he just yelled at me, saying he was the customer. Then he hung up. Dad and I were furious. Mom was really upset too. Then we looked at his card. I recognized the name of the company. I mean, what's done is done, but just wanted to know what he's like, you know? I'm so sorry, man. We always tell him to stop, but I don't think he'll change anytime soon. I see. I guess some people are just impossible to deal with. That's where I come in. Hey, Shintaro, you got a rule at your restaurant about canceling reservations? No, I mean, nobody ever did this to us. Canceling at the last minute. Well then. I told him to make a rule about canceling reservations. He wasn't really up to it, but I insisted. If he tries to make a reservation again, tell him the rules so something like this won't ever happen again. If he doesn't listen, just call me. A month later, I did some digging into Tokoshiki on my spare time. Well, it's not like I followed him around, but I did look at his work log and his spendings, making sure there wasn't anything funny going on. I guess this is what my aunt wanted from me. Then I finally got him. But that's when I got a text from him. Hey, Sugo! What have you done? What? I did the right thing. Your friend works there, right? His restaurant sent me a bill! I didn't even eat there! What the hell? He told me it was your idea. What is this? He's one of the few friends I have. He told me you made a reservation but canceled at the last minute. You gave him your card, right? They gotta prepare their meals ahead of time in case you didn't know. So I told him he should charge customers who cancel at the last minute. Stay out of this! You had it coming. You've been doing this for a while now. What? He told me you rented out the entire restaurant for Friday, right? But that night, you were having dinner with one of our clients. I saw the receipt too. So you were dining out somewhere. So what? But the bill was more than 100,000 yen. How do you spend that much in 2 places? It was a big client of ours. It's perfectly normal. You sure about that? What do you mean? I looked into the restaurant. What? One of them was a hostess club. You went there? Yeah, I didn't want to, though. So what? We're men. That's what we do. Not according to Remy. I talked to her. You did what? Yes, the girl you've been going after. She told me that you came alone. You ordered a bottle of champagne, right? Remy told you? No way! We're in love! I got a message from her, actually. Using company money to drink? That's so lame. And stop asking me out on dates. I'm not into shady guys. Sorry. You're making that up! I just copied the message. Shut up! Wait, but she canceled on me today. Hopefully you'll understand what it's like to get canceled on at the last minute. Bye now, is what she said. Remy! Let's stay on topic. You're guilty of 2 things. 1, you used the company's money for yourself. 2, you hurt the company's reputation through your selfish acts. As a result, the board members are going to discuss what to do with you. Huh? What? What's gonna happen to me? How do you know this anyways? I hate people who break the rules. You did this to yourself. Just give it up. Wait, no! If I get fired, I won't be able to see Remy! I don't care. This is for all the people you've hurt. You'll be hearing from your boss soon. Sugo, wait! Hey! Later, we got a bill from Shintaro's restaurant. Then they started looking into Tokoshiki. He tried to lie his way out of it. But when my aunt stepped in, he couldn't take it anymore and spilled everything. Turns out he was going to that hostess club once a week, using the company's money. And he was acting all tough at restaurants so that they'd keep their mouths shut, in case they saw him walking into that hostess club. Why did he think it was a good idea? Who knows? I guess he was just obsessed with Remy. But I heard she told him that she never wanted to see him again. Afterwards, he got fired. The company also asked him to pay them back for all the money he stole. It was more than 3 million yen. He had to use all his savings to pay them back, and he couldn't find a good job either. These days he works as a janitor or something, living day to day. It's not looking good for him. As for Shintaro, he thanked me for convincing him to make the rules about canceling reservations. He said it really worked and that business was going really well for him. Did I do well?
Yes, thank you. Was it too easy?
Oh no, quite the opposite. It was hard to tell what he was thinking and...
We're all different, you know? That's how society works.
I understand.
Where should I send you next?
There are more.
Like I said, we're all different, and that's a good thing, but not always.
I guess I still have a lot of work to do. Oh well. I hate people who break the rules, so I'm gonna keep at it. I just want to make this world a better place. I'm Masayoshi Sugo. I'm a 37-year-old office worker. People always say that I'm a square. I guess I was, and I was pretty stubborn too. That's probably why I was still single. After graduating from college, all I did was work. I worked at this company for 12 years. I've looked after many employees in my career. Anyways, a few months ago, the owner of my company abused their authority and tried to do some bad things. I did everything I could to stop them, but it was a huge mess. I helped out this girl who got caught in the middle of it all. I heard there's a video about her too, so check it out if you're interested. But today, I want to tell you guys my side of the story. I started working here because the former president invited me. I was young and naive at the time, but he taught me the ropes. I owed him everything. Not only did he teach me how to do my job, he taught me how to become a better person. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. But 2 years ago, he had a stroke and passed away. I rarely cried, but when he left us, I cried like a baby. I decided to work even harder after that. That was the only thing I could do for him. But then things started to go south. All because of this guy, Darashina. He was the new CEO. He was 15 years older than me. He was smart and brilliant. The board members liked him too. So it was a matter of time before he became CEO, but I also heard bad rumors about him. I hated those types, so I didn't really like him. After he became president, things started to change in the company.
Sugo?
Yes?
About our meeting next week. How old is the client?
The managing director? He's much older than you think.
I see. We'll take him to a high-class pub then. Women in kimono might be good. This'll be fine.
What are you talking about?
Well, we gotta show our clients a good time, don't we?
Yes, but the meeting is during the day. And I wasn't planning on eating lunch with him, so...
Idiot! I'm the new CEO! We have to take him out for drinks!
But sir, I've known him for 5 years now. He's not into that stuff. I probably eat lunch with him once a year.
I don't care! I'm the new CEO! Tell him that I insist, okay?
If I may, can we just make it lunch then? I don't know if we can have a productive meeting with hostesses sitting around us.
Shut up! We'll first take him to a nice restaurant, then we go to the club.
So we have to book 2 places?
Of course! That's how real men do business.
What? He's just saying that because he wants to go himself. Darashina was a heavy drinker and he loved women. He always went to expensive restaurants and high-end clubs with his clients. Needless to say, all of it was paid for by the company. Turns out he was spending 10 times more than the last president on entertainment expenses. Sure, some clients enjoyed this, but a lot of them were surprised because we didn't do business like that before. Some of them even got upset. In fact, I lost a few of my clients thanks to Darashina's new strategy. We were also starting to see strange expenses being reported. Darashina was out of control, but nobody could stop him, because a lot of the higher-ups were in on it too. This is how corruption works. I saw it firsthand. Every time he did something shady, I told him to stop. Then one day...
Hey, good news!
What is it?
You're going abroad from next month.
I'm being transferred?
Yep.
Where to?
I'll let you know.
It's not decided yet?
It's part of our strategy.
What? Really?
What does that mean?
I mean, expanding our business abroad. We just started talking about it like a week ago.
So what? I'm assigning you as the leader. You should be honored.
If this is for the company and its future, I'd be more than happy to. But is it?
I don't know what you mean by that.
I'm always on your back. Maybe you just want to get rid of me.
You? I'm the CEO. Watch your mouth.
If I feel something is wrong, I'll say it. It doesn't matter who you are. Ever since you took over, the entertainment expenses increased exponentially.
It's all for the business.
But look, sales are down too. I lost some of my oldest clients. A, C, what about them? They were 2 of our biggest accounts.
I guess we just had different values. Just get new accounts and we'll be fine. In fact, I just got Company Z to sign with us. They're bigger than A and C combined.
Yeah, but the entertainment expense is through the roof. You think I don't know? I know you take them to really expensive places.
It's for the business. It's for the future of the company.
You realize we're the ones that pay the price? Every time you open a bottle of champagne, they cut our transpiration budget.
I don't care. I'm the CEO. I'm the face of this company. You don't agree with the way I do things? Fine. I'll give you a place of your own. Let's see. How about Macau, huh? Sounds fun, right?
This isn't over. And so, Darashina shipped me out of the country. I've never worked abroad. Learning a new language and adapting to their culture wasn't easy. Plus, everyone there was so laid back. I was such a square to begin with, and this only made things harder for me. For a little while, I got rashes on my body from the stress. But I couldn't give up now. I worked hard and established a new branch in a foreign country. A few months later, the business was starting to take off. Then I heard a rumor.
What? Darashina's son joined the company?
I also heard that Nano no Maru, the girl I trained when she started here, was in charge of training him. I contacted her right away. I was right to be worried. Darashina's son, Io, was out of control. I'm Masayoshi Sugo. I hate things like this. This isn't right. I had to do something. I owe it to the former CEO who raised me from nothing. So I decided to come up with a plan to take down Darashina. Hello, sir.
Hey, Sugo! How's Macau?
I sent you a report earlier.
Sorry, been busy.
I see. Things are going really well. We'll be up and running in a year or so.
I see. Glad I chose you.
Thank you, sir.
You changed, Sugo.
I guess this place... it changed me.
Oh, so you're on my side now?
I guess. And I'd like to get to know your son, too.
Oh, right, you heard about my son. Hey, this girl who's in charge of training him, her name is Nomaru or something. She's completely useless.
I see. May I take over then?
You? Well, he's nothing like you know. I don't want to stress him out. He'll be taking over the company someday, so...
But he should know about the new project. Especially if he's going to take over the company someday. Maybe he can even take over the project at some point.
I see. It's actually not a bad idea. Alright then, let's try it then.
Okay then. I'll be back in Japan in a little while.
Alright then.
I hated him so much. But it was all part of the plan. After I got back, I went and talked to Io. He was a mess. I can't believe he was working here. Nomaru told me that he had a lot of unfinished tasks, so I told him to finish it all ASAP. He went crying to his dad right away. Just as I thought.
What's the meaning of this?
Ever since you took over, things have been a mess. I waited for you to clean up your act, but I can't take it anymore.
You serious? You're not getting away with this!
He was yelling, but I just ignored him and left the room.
Sugo! Come back! Now!
No,
I thought you were on my side!
I never said that. I said I'll take care of your son. But he doesn't want me, so what choice do I have?
Shut up! What are we supposed to do without you?
Not my problem.
You're gonna put us out of business! The company the former CEO built from nothing!
I thought about that too. But I think he'd agree with me. He'd be devastated to see the company like this. And since you're the CEO now, I guess you gotta pay the price.
Price?
All that money you spent on personal stuff, that's called embezzlement. It's illegal. I already got accounting looking into it. I'm gonna show everything to the police.
Police? Ha! There's no proof!
Well, the thing is, when I told the other board members about reporting this to the police, they all turned on you. So there's actually more than enough evidence to convict you.
What?
I guess they were just in it for the money.
Wait, Sugo! Fine, if it's not money, then what is it? What do you want? Power? I'll make you vice president! Come on, you can do whatever you want. How about it? Not bad, huh?
You just don't get it, do you? How long have you known me? I'm Masayoshi Sugo. I hate people who break the rules. You did this to yourself. Now it's time to pay the price.
Sugo! Sugo! Wait!
After that, the other board members turned against him and kicked him out of the company. And so did his son. He was still in his trial period. He was no use to the company. They walked out of the company together. They looked pathetic. But then he got sued for all kinds of things. Harassment, embezzlement, you name it. It's been months, but he's still in trial. I'm sure he'll end up in prison. As for me, I talked to Nomaru, and we decided to go work at a different company together. Maybe this is the start of something new. But she's always so busy, so I don't think she sees me like that. But if something happens, I'll be sure to let you know.
I'm Sakura Busujima. I'm in 11th grade. I lost my dad when I was little. Mom raised me single-handedly. And the other day...
Sakura, can I talk to you about something?
Yeah?
I'm thinking about getting remarried.
You had a boyfriend?
Yeah, I've been seeing him for about 2 years now.
She looked kind of worried. Maybe she thought I'd be upset or something. But I said to her, "Congrats, Mom!"
If I get married, we'll be living together. Is that okay?
Thanks for your concern, Mom, but I'm going off to college soon anyways, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. If anything, I feel better knowing that someone is with you. And you love him, right? I'm sure he's a great guy.
Thank you, Sakura. He's really nice, but...
What's the matter?
He's got a son. He's in 7th grade.
Wait, does that mean I'm getting a little brother? All right! I was always an only child. I've always wanted a brother or sister. But Mom still looked worried for some reason.
Well, I met him too the other day. He's not a bad kid, but
But
he won't speak to me.
maybe he's just shy.
But he didn't say a single word to me.
He just ignored you completely?
No, he can still nod and stuff, but
Oh, I see.
I don't know. I guess I'm just a bit worried.
What's his name?
Yuki.
Yuki. Got it. He's just being a kid, I'm sure. I'll handle him.
Thank you, Sakura. I'm so proud of you.
And so my mom got remarried, and we moved in with her new husband and son. Nice to meet you. I'm Sakura. I'm in the 11th grade. What's your name? I guess he doesn't want to talk to me. I didn't think it was this bad. He just wouldn't talk to me. According to his dad, he started acting like this about a month ago. It was right after he met my mom, so he thought he was upset about the marriage. But that wasn't it. In fact, he was pretty happy about it, just like me. So we were pretty confused. There's gotta be a way, though. Then it hit me. I can talk to him through one of those instant messengers. They thought about it too, but didn't try it. But I don't think he was trying to shut us out. It was something else. So I sent him a text. Hey! Come on, respond! Respond! He replied!
Hello, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Not sure what to call you.
Well, we're family now, so just call me Sakura.
Okay.
Thanks for replying to my message.
Hmm?
I thought you didn't like talking, so...
It's not that.
Do you have a sore throat or something?
No.
Oh, I see. Then why don't you want to talk?
I don't want to say.
Oh, I see.
Is that a bad thing? Not speaking?
No, I can still communicate with you, so it's fine. I just wanted to talk to you in person, too. That's all.
Oh, not sure when that's gonna happen.
But you'll talk to me someday?
Probably.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. We all got problems. Back in junior high, I was bullied. I haven't told anyone about it after I started high school, though.
You were bullied?
My last name is Busujima, so... Sounds weird, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So the kids always made fun of me for it.
What happened?
Unfortunately, I couldn't do anything about it. But I didn't let them win. I didn't want my mom to find out either, so I kept quiet.
What about high school?
I didn't want to get bullied, so I just pretended to be one of those popular kids.
Did it work?
Nope. I wasn't myself, you know? And all my friends were fake, so something had to change. So I dropped the act.
Then?
I made some real friends.
No more bullying?
Yeah, it's high school, so nobody makes fun of other people's last names anymore, you know? When I told some of my friends about my past, they told me to forget it, so that's what I did.
I see. Why are you telling me this?
Not sure. I guess you gotta say things about yourself if you want to get to know someone, right? If you ever want to talk, I'll be around. After that, Yuki started hanging out around me. But just like a cat, don't say or do anything until he comes to me. He reminded me of a cat, so I kept my distance and minded my own business. But then, one day on my way home from school, I saw something.
Talk already!
Yeah, we want to hear your voice, weirdo!
Yuki? What's going on?
Who the hell are you?
Yuki's sister.
Sister?
So this is what kids these days do, huh? Let me join too. I'm pretty strong, you know.
Bye, Yuki!
Later, Mr. Weird Voice.
Let's go home.
You're not gonna ask me anything?
If you want to talk, I'll listen, but you don't have to.
They made fun of me.
What do they say?
They say my voice is weird.
Voice?
Yeah, they say that it's weird. I noticed it a while back.
What do you mean?
It just sounds weird.
Oh.
We've been practicing for the school choir. I'm supposed to sing this high part, but my voice, it started getting lower and lower. Then my friend said my voice was gross.
Is that why you didn't want to talk to anyone?
Yeah, and it wasn't a cold, so I don't know what to do.
Yuki, I think you're just getting older.
Huh?
It's completely normal for boys. Your voice changes around your age.
My voice is changing?
You said it became harder for you to speak, right?
Yeah.
No worries. You're not sick or anything. Those kids who were bullying you, it'll happen to them too, you know.
So I'm not weird?
Of course not! You're completely normal.
Really?
Yes! So it's okay to speak.
But
Yuki, I want to hear what your voice sounds like. You haven't even said my name out loud yet. Come on.
Sakura. Sakura!
That's me!
You sure I don't sound weird? You sure?
Not at all. You sound all grown up. Kinda like your dad.
What? No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You'll see.
But the choir, I was looking forward to it. But I can't sing with a voice like this.
You like to sing, Yuki?
Yeah?
Then talk to your teacher. Get a different part.
You think that'll work?
I'm sure it will. Don't worry.
Thanks, Sakura.
Yuki and I went home together.
I'm home!
Yuki!
Yuki! You talked! My voice, it changed. Ah, so that's what this was all about. Sorry to worry you like that, Dad. It's fine, son. I should have noticed. Sorry, son. No worries. Sakura helped me out.
Thank you, Sakura!
Thank you.
Problem solved! Afterward, Yuki talked to his teacher and got a new part. He was practicing really hard. It wasn't easy, but he practiced hard every day. I was amazed too. He was an incredible singer. Yuki, you're amazing! Then, on the day of the tournament, Yuki led his team to victory. Oh, and the girls in his class were amazed by his singing too. He told me that they were all over him. On the other hand, the boys who were making fun of Yuki became public enemy #1 among the girls in the class. Things aren't looking good for them. Don't mess with girls.
Sakura, let's go to karaoke!
Okay. I really enjoy having a little brother. Glad everything worked out.
You really don't have luck in romance, do you, Doc?
I can't deny that.
You've never had a fateful encounter before?
A fateful encounter, huh? Oh!
So you do have one.
Yes, I did. The most incredible encounter I've ever had.
What was it like?
That was when I used to work at a robot company with terrible working conditions. I was working until late at night that day, as always, and I walked home dead-ass tired. Today was another terribly tiring day. The workload is just insane. Huh? Hey, old man, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Sitting I am.
You'll catch a cold if you stay in this rain. You should go home quickly.
Unfortunately, I'm homeless and I don't have a home.
No way. Jeez, I guess I can't help it. Gosh, you can come to my house today then.
Really?
You're not going to do anything weird, right?
At this age and situation, I have no energy to do anything.
Then it's decided. Like this, with my whimsical thoughts, I brought a homeless old man to my house. Good morning, old man.
Ah, good morning. Thank you for letting me sleep over.
I couldn't leave you like that.
Why, thank you. I'll leave soon.
You don't have to be in a rush. I have work today too, so you can stay at home here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it'll be safer security-wise to have someone at home anyway.
I see.
This is my second smartphone. I'll lend it to you, so contact me if you need me.
Got it. Then I think I'll do what you say and stay and relax here at this house for today.
Okay then, I'm off to work.
I can't believe you brought a man you don't know into your house.
I couldn't just leave that old man alone.
You've got some guts, Doc. Your kindness is the one thing I love about you.
Thank you.
Then, did you say goodbye to the old man on that day?
Actually, after that, an unexpected incident like in the movies was about to happen.
What?
Are you working right now?
I'm on my break.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for helping yesterday and today.
You're welcome. You can eat anything inside the fridge, okay?
Ah, thanks. But anyway, there's something that's been bothering me.
What is that?
You know how your house is full of aluminum and iron?
Oh, truth is, I make robots.
Really?
Yup, I work at a robot manufacturing company now. I make them at home sometimes too.
I see.
I dream of starting my own company someday. The stuff I have at home is for the materials then.
Then the stuff you have here is important to you, huh?
But the materials in the black box are garbage that I probably wouldn't use anymore.
I see.
If it's in your way, you can move them somewhere if you like.
Okay, got ya.
I'll be back around evening today.
Okay, I will be waiting at home.
Then please watch over the house, okay? What a tiring day today was. I'm home. Woof woof? Woof woof? No. What's this? A cat-shaped robot, too? I don't remember making these.
Sorry for surprising you.
Old man? Oh, and you shaved your beard.
I used your razor without telling you.
It's my ex-boyfriend's, so I don't mind, but what are these robots?
I used the materials you said were garbage on my own.
You made them?
Yep, I thought it would be healing for you since you live alone.
Well, thanks. But why a robot?
That's because...
Huh? Wait a second. Old man, could you be... Are you the legendary robot craftsman, Mr. Ratsu?
Oh, so you noticed.
No way! I didn't realize yesterday because of your beard. But aren't you a wanted fugitive right now?
That's right. That's why I was dressed like that, to run away from them. I'll probably cause you more trouble, so I'm leaving soon.
Hold it! You're wanted for false charges, right?
How do you know that?
It's a famous story amongst the robot-making community. You were fooled by the nation for trying to make a robot with high intelligence.
Unfortunately, that's true. The nation feared that my robot would reveal the country's corruption.
I thought so. Then I'll hide you here.
What?
Because you have nowhere to go, and I want to help you if you go under false charges.
What a kind young lady you are.
In this way, I found out that the homeless old man was actually Mr. Atsu, the legendary robot craftsman.
That's a surprise.
Really? He's someone that everyone involved with robots admires.
So, what happened after that?
Although he was under false charges, he was a wanted fugitive. I had him be careful no one finds him and kept him at home.
I see.
After that, I learned so much about the know-how of robot making from Mr. Atsu.
Oh, that's wonderful for you too, huh, Doc?
Yeah, Mr. Atsu was a really wonderful person. He treated me like his own daughter. But
But?
after this, a huge incident occurs.
What?
Hey,
What's wrong, Chief?
go out on a date with me. Sleep with me.
That again? Please stop. I'll sue you for sexual harassment if you continue this.
Gosh, you're really unreasonable. Other female workers listen to what I say, you know?
So you're doing the same to other women, huh?
Everyone listens to me if I mention promotion. You're the only one left.
Unfortunately, I'm not interested in promotion.
Are you sure you can say that?
What do you mean?
You're hiding Mr. Atsu at home, right?
Huh? How did you know?
Truth is, I attached an eavesdropping device onto your bag.
No way! I can't believe it!
So, I found out. I'm jealous you were able to meet that Mr. Atsu.
So what do you plan on doing?
Of course, I'm also a supporter of Mr. Atsu. He's definitely not guilty.
Then leave us alone!
No way! If you don't sleep with me, I'll tell the country about this.
You're kidding, right?
If I do that, both you and Mr. Atsu will probably get arrested by the country.
You're terrible!
I don't mind that. I just want to sleep with all the women in the company.
You piece of shit!
Whoa, do I like fierce women. Well, so why don't you think about it?
I guess for Mr. Atsu, I can't help it.
Something's on your mind, huh? And it's about me?
Huh? How'd you know?
You learn from experiences if you live this long.
I guess I can't fool you, Mr. Atsu.
So what happened? Tell me.
The truth is,
What a cowardly man. But I'm so sorry I caused you trouble.
I just wanted to protect you. And you taught me many things. You've done so much for me.
I feel the same for you. Can't help it. Leave it to me. There. Finished.
What did you do?
Oh, this?
What?
Call that man. It's revenge.
Yeah, let's do it!
Hello? Did you finally make up your mind and decide to listen to me?
Are you the scum chief who's threatening female workers?
Huh? Who are you?
Have you heard of the name Atsu?
Oh, Mr. Atsu, the real deal. Wow.
Shut up.
What do you have to do with me, Mr. Atsu?
It seems like you're threatening an important friend of mine.
Threatening? That's a terrible choice of words. We're negotiating. I mean, it's not good to be hiding a fugitive warrant, is it?
But that doesn't mean what you're doing will be justified.
Oh, if you say that, I will tell the country about you guys. You and her will both be arrested. But will that be okay?
You lowlife.
I'm satisfied if I can sleep with her.
Disgusting.
What? You were listening to this call too?
You're on speaker.
Well, whatever. Hurry up and come over to my house.
No way.
Seems like talking to you is a waste of time. We're going to get our revenge on you now.
Huh? What's that?
I sent you a message right now. Look at it.
Message? Wait a minute. What's this?
It's all the photos of you harassing women and the messages you've sent to female workers until now.
Why do you have that?
I wonder. But this is only a taste of what I've got.
Huh?
You know you've done way worse until now, right? I have all the evidence of that.
How?
Who cares how? You understand what will happen if you continue threatening her, right?
That's...
I will send all these embarrassing photos of you to the company.
Please don't do that!
Then stop what you're doing right away.
Okay.
Go to hell.
Now that's all done.
Thank you so much, Mr. Atsu. I didn't think you had hacking skills too.
It's actually a skill that shouldn't be used, but it was to protect an important friend.
Thank you so much.
By the way, although I said that to your chief, the data that I got will be sent automatically to the company 1 week later.
What? Really?
People like him have to learn their lessons the hard way. He'll probably get fired.
That'll be great! But if you do that, won't he get upset and tell the country about where you are?
That's okay. I'll be leaving this place today.
What? Really?
Yes, you've been really good to me. I don't want to cause you any more trouble.
You're not causing me trouble at all.
I taught you all the skills I know, so you should try making your own original robot now.
Thank you, Mr. Atsu.
Yep. Then goodbye. I will never forget this attitude.
Me neither. Like this, I was able to get revenge with the help of Mr. Atsu. The chief was fired after the company found out about his bad deeds.
Mr. Atsu's a great man.
I never imagined that the homeless man I brought back to my house would be the legendary robot craftsman who has hacking skills too.
But it was great that things worked out for you, Doc.
Yeah, with the skills I learned from Mr. Atsu, I was able to make you.
Was that so? Oh, but where's Mr. Atsu right now?
He was under false charges in Japan, so he's abroad somewhere right now.
What?
He helps children with sicknesses by making robots that cheer them up.
What a wonderful man.
You should become a robot who does good things for people, okay?
Roger that. Then that's all for today. Let's meet again in the next video.
See ya!
I'm Nanao Nomaru. I'm a 32-year-old office worker. I've been working here for 10 years now. This year, I was assigned to train the new employee. But this new guy, he made my life a living hell.
Sup? I'm Io Darashino. What's good, yo?
This can't be good. He was the son of the company president, and he knew that he was untouchable. This is bad. Hello, Darashina. This is an office. You can't talk like that, okay?
You in charge of training me?
Yes, I'm Nanao Nomaru. Nice to meet you.
Not bad.
What?
My dad is the company president, so, you know.
I had a bad feeling about this. He made my life a living nightmare. He did go to college, but he couldn't even do basic math. He couldn't even write a report. All he could do was talk. So he told me he wanted to be a salesman, but he couldn't even talk properly. I wasn't sure about introducing him to our clients. So I got some math and language arts workbooks for him.
I get paid for this? This is way too easy.
You realize you're the only one doing this, right?
You better watch your mouth.
Stop threatening me. You're new here. Learn the basics and get to work.
Lame. How's it going, son? Dad? You're Nomaru, right? You're in charge of training him?
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you.
Listen to this, Dad. I did everything she told me, but she still calls me a useless piece of trash.
What? I never said that.
Trash, huh? He's my son. Yeah, she even called me a useless fox. I see.
Sir, I didn't...
I assigned you because I thought you were capable, you know.
Yes, sir.
If my son doesn't come in first place this month, it might hurt you, too.
What?
No worries, I got this, Dad. I know, son. So take good care of him, okay? Well, I better get back to my workbook. Go and make some sales for me.
It was a living hell from there on. When you're new, sometimes an older employee comes with you to help out. We usually split the sales based on the workload and contribution. But in our case, I did all the work and he did nothing. But he took all the credit from me. When he tags along, he barely speaks. Sometimes he even wanders off. But his numbers were growing. This wasn't good. And whenever things didn't go his way, he just said,
I'll tell my dad.
and he kept taking credit for all my work. So now I had to work for the both of us. I worked until midnight every day. Tadashina always left the office at 5, though. Looks like he was enjoying his evenings. Then, 3 months later, I was exhausted. Then, something terrible happened.
Yo, you free tomorrow?
Might be the weekend for you, but I got work. Thanks to you.
Huh? Why?
Where are those documents? The ones I asked you to finish?
I don't remember that.
Exactly. That's why I have to go into work tomorrow.
Oh, so you'll be all alone at the office?
I guess.
Okay then, I'll be there too.
You're gonna finally do your job?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do my job alright.
Huh?
I mean, you're pretty old, but I can get it up. You're pretty nice too, so... And I've been super busy with work these days, so...
Seriously? I'm working triple shifts here!
You're my boss. It's your job to take care of me, right?
Not like that!
Come on, it's not like you're losing anything. I'm young, you know? You should be thanking me. Come on, you old hag.
I'm fine, you little shit! I'd rather do it with some stranger than you!
That's what you're into?
No! You're so dumb!
You bitch! Watch your mouth now! Don't piss me off! I'm the son of the CEO! You'll regret this! You just watch!
I was done for. What did I learn in the past 3 months? Well, for one, I learned that Tadashina was a spoiled little brat. And his father was gonna give him the company someday, so he knew he could do anything. He was useless, but that didn't matter. Then I finally snapped and called him names. Now it's just gonna get worse. Monday. My data, it's all gone. Tadashina started harassing me in all kinds of ways. I was starting to lose it. Some of my colleagues tried to help me, but Tadashina went after them too. Soon, nobody was willing to get involved. Being harassed day after day, working for 2, and constantly watching over my back, I can't take it anymore. Then, I got a text.
Hey, you home already?
Hey, long time no talk. It was Mr. Suguo. He was the one that trained me when I started here. He was 5 years older than me. Mr. Suguo was brilliant. I heard he was abroad right now. Are you back or something?
Yeah, just got in.
I see.
I heard about the president's son. Everything okay?
Yeah,
You sure?
not really.
You can tell me.
I think I'm gonna lose my mind.
I've never seen you like that.
He's out of control. He thinks he can do anything. Because he's the son of the CEO. He can't even do basic math.
I heard from a friend in HR. Looks like he got in without any kind of test. President's decision, I guess.
He said that if his son didn't come in first place, he'd punish me too.
For real?
I don't care anymore though. I really loved our last president, but the new CEO? I don't know. I just don't feel it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
It's okay. You did well.
No, I lost. I lost to these assholes!
Don't sweat it. You can lose the fight but still win the war. Remember that?
Yeah,
Let's go grab a drink.
but I still got work to do.
Forget it. I haven't had Japanese food in a while. Come on.
Okay. So I decided to leave all the work behind. Well, it wasn't mine to be exact, it was Io's. I went to see Mr. Suguo.
Thanks for coming.
Mr. Suguo!
Whoa! Don't cry. They'll think I made you cry or something.
I'm sorry. It felt good to let it out, though. I told him everything Tadashina did to me. He was furious.
I hate people who break the rules. I'm Masayoshi Sugo. Leave it up to me.
He told me to take the week off, so I did. Back at the company?
Hello, I'm Sugo. I'll be in charge of your training.
Ha! That girl gave up, huh? Ha ha!
You should worry about yourself. These are all yours. Finish it by today.
I can't do this all in a day!
Oh, right, you can't read, right? Here, use a dictionary. Go on.
The jerk! Screw this!
He went running to his dad.
Get Sugo right here!
Yes?
I heard what you did to my son!
He's the one that blackmailed Nomaru in the first place.
She was useless anyways!
If she's useless, your son is toxic, sir.
What did you say? You want to get fired?
That's why I'm here.
What?
Ever since you took over, things have been a mess. I waited for you to clean up your act, but I can't take it anymore.
You won't get away with this!
But you said you were ready to fire me.
What? No, I
guess you realize that I make more than half of the sales for this company. I wonder what'll happen to the company after I leave. I guess we'll just have to find out.
No, okay, I'm sorry. I'll talk to my son, okay?
Too late.
Sugo, wait!
After that, he came and told me everything that happened. 3 days later,
Hey, what the hell? What did you tell that guy?
everything you did. Harassment, blackmail, oh, and everything in between.
How dare you? You're just an employee!
I thought you were an employee too.
I'm the next CEO!
Oh, you sure about that?
What does that mean?
Your dad is getting kicked out at the next board meeting.
Huh? Why? He's the CEO! They can't do that!
You're probably too dumb to understand how a company works. But the company doesn't belong to the CEO. The board members can kick him out if they want to.
No way!
I also told them about everything you did to me, so have fun being punished with your dad.
Wait a minute! You're supposed to take care of me! You can't do this!
Don't start now. I have nothing to teach you. Why don't you ask Mr. Suguo, huh?
Not him! He's like a cyborg!
Nicely said. Anyways, it's my day off, so bye.
Wait! Help me! Please!
Bye! After his father got kicked out of the company at the board meeting, Darashina was still in his trial period, so he got fired too. We all agreed that he was useless to the company. They walked out of the company together. Then some of the employees who were harassed by them filed a class action lawsuit against them. I guess they're screwed. Oh well, they did this to themselves, so good riddance. Mr. Suguro started working at a new company, and I joined him. The new company was really great. Everyone there was so nice. I loved working there. Glad everything worked out.
My name is Sakura Busujima. I'm a first-year student at junior high school. I don't have a father. My mother goes gambling every day without working. She calls me a burden and has never bought me anything. She didn't get me my school uniform when I got into junior high school, so I had to ask my neighbors for old uniforms, bags, and PE clothes. I thought that I would get bullied if people found out I was poor, so I would frequently wash the clothes that the neighbors gave me and try not to wear the same clothes too often. I also took showers every day secretly and tried to stay clean. I was able to hide my background successfully. But one day... Did you know? She's really poor, so all of her stuff is secondhand. These words by the flashy popular girl Rina gave way to my miserable school life. Hey, ugly! Do you have a smartphone, even though you're poor? Don't you have to save up? How did you find out that my stuff was secondhand? It was the name on your clothes. When we were getting changed, it didn't say Busujima, so I secretly went through your stuff and all the names were different. And then it occurred to me that you must be poor. Do you know that thing that you live in? Do you call that a house? Did you follow me to my house? I need to do the full research, you know what I mean? I saw your mom as well, walking into a pachinko. It's true that my family is poor, but what harm have I caused you? I think you can tell, but I'm trying my best to live a life. So just leave me alone. But being poor is already a sin. I don't want my wallet to get stolen or anything. I won't do that. You never know what a person will do when they're desperate, you know. So I thought I should let everyone know. This ugly girl is a needy would-be criminal. Please don't. I won't be able to go to school anymore. Well, don't come, you needy ugly bitch. It's natural that everyone has different backgrounds. I didn't understand why she had to speak ill of my personality just because of my background. Rena is good looking and is always bragging about how her mom bought her new bags and stuff. What's so great about that? It's only a difference of which family you were born into. Please, don't say anything to the others. But the next day, she told everyone about my family, and I became the target of being bullied. My friends tried to be nicer than usual and tried to cheer me up at the beginning, but Rena bullied anyone who was close to me, so... Thanks. I'm alright, so I'll stay alone until everything wears off. I became lonely in my class, but I thought Rena would soon get bored of it. So I spent every day enduring the loneliness. But my prediction was wrong. Rena's bullying escalated because I wouldn't fight back. Oh, I'm sorry. I made a stain even though you don't have anything to change into. Poor people should eat this. Stop, please! As I was thinking that something had to change, we had a class meeting to decide the roles for the school festival. Yes! Me and Busujima will do the poster. What? I never said anything about doing it. You will do it, right? On the first day of making the poster, I'll leave the rest to you. You better do it properly. I knew from the beginning, but Rena made me do the whole thing. The poster was 2 meters tall and 1 meter wide. Normally you would do it with more than 3 people. Oh, how am I supposed to do it alone? I couldn't ask anyone for help, so I started drawing it by myself. But I liked drawing, so I was glad it was the role she made me do. After all, my family was poor, so drawing was the only thing I could do for leisure. The playground at the park used to be my canvas. Okay, this should do. I was satisfied with the design that I made, so I started drawing with pencil. Just then, someone talked to me. Busujima, are you alone? Huh? The person who talked to me was the #1 good-looking boy from our class, or maybe even among the whole year, Koki. Maybe he doesn't know that I'm being bullied. I see you alone often recently. Are you alright? Oh, yeah. Thanks. I thought there were more people doing the poster. Everyone seems busy. So, did you need anything? Oh no, I just thought that you were good at drawing. You think so? Are you in the art club? No, I'm not in any clubs. Why? You're so talented. I couldn't say that it was because I was too poor to buy the equipment. I have lots of free time, so should I help? What? Oh, but if you are around me... Are you worried about the rumors about you? You knew about them? I don't really like those kind of rumors. Right, I see. So don't hesitate to talk to me, okay? I'm not an artist, so I probably won't be much help, but... Tears dropped from my eyes. I thought that I only had enemies around me, but I found out that there were nice people as well. From then, I started talking to Koki now and then. But there was one person who didn't think good of this. Hey, ugly. What the hell do you think you're doing? What are you talking about?
Everyone is telling me that you're talking to Koki. Who the hell do you think you are, talking to Koki? I don't remember allowing you to talk to him.
Koki is just a friend. And besides, why do I have to have your permission?
Don't talk back, you bitch! Why are you two having fun drawing? It gets on my nerves.
Don't say that to me. You're the one who made me do the poster.
Stop whining! Shut up. A dirty, lonely life suits you better.
The jealousy of taking Koki's attention was unimaginable. The bullying might even affect Koki. I should probably avoid him. If I go and do all the work before classes start, I can go home after school and won't have to talk to him as much. So I went to school earlier than usual, and then... What is this? The poster that was almost finished had been vandalized. I knew who the culprit was, but I didn't have proof. My classmates came to school one by one, and this became a big problem for the class.
Hey, what the hell is this? We only have 3 days until the school festival.
Who did this? It's obviously that ugly bitch.
Everyone looked at Rena.
This girl was the first one to get to the classroom. She even left the equipment out. She probably messed up the poster and wanted to run away, right?
No! I did tidy up yesterday. Oh, I wonder why the equipment was already out when I got here. I was sure that I tidied up yesterday.
She probably did this to be mean to us. That's why I hate poor people.
Everyone was looking at me with eyes of suspicion. No, it wasn't me.
Is that all you want to say?
Huh? Koki and the teacher were standing by the classroom door.
Koki, can you believe it? Busujima wrecked the poster that we put so much effort into.
What a big fat lie.
What?
How did you know that Busujima was the first one to come to school in the first place?
Oh, well, that's because I saw her go inside.
That's strange. Then you should have known that I was in the classroom too.
What?
Was it you who put the equipment out?
I couldn't finish the part you wanted me to do yesterday, and I had other stuff to do after school, so I came early to finish it. When I went to wash my brush, I saw someone enter the classroom.
You don't mean to say...
It was you, Yakumashi!
Hey, what are you on about?
Are you going to deny it? Then how do you explain this?
This is...
You say that you made the poster, but I know Busujima did 95% of the work. And I did the rest.
No, you've got it all wrong. I thought it would look nicer this way. I thought it out myself, see? You understand, right, Koki?
I hate to say this, but I don't like flashy girls.
What are you talking about?
I don't know if you're rich or something, but you change your stuff so frequently, and you treat them like crap. You should learn to treat things better.
Are you telling me that you like girls who only wear secondhand stuff better?
What's wrong with using secondhand stuff? I use them. My uniform and my bag, and most of the stuff I use used to be my brother's. Right, Busujima?
Thanks.
Yakamashi, you can tell me the rest in the teacher's room.
No, it's not my fault. Someone help me! Someone!
Koki talked to the teacher about this incident with the video and the previous mean things that Rena had done to me, so she got scolded pretty badly. And by the time she came back to the classes were all finished. Apparently, her parents came to school and she was told off severely by both the teacher and her parents. Her eyes were swollen from crying so much. With the help of everyone, we were able to finish the poster and the school festival was a big success. My friends who had maintained distance from me came back to me apologizing, and so I was able to have a normal school life again. But after this incident, all the classmates now ignored Rena, and so she became the lonely one in class. Now, she just stares out the window with a dead face.
Where are you going?
Being alone is really tough. Oh, do you have any spare paint at home?
Huh?
I want to join the art club, but I'm poor, so I don't have enough. Would you mind lending me some if you don't mind? As a sign of reconciliation?
Aren't you angry?
Of course I am, but that's why I want to make things right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Rena started crying. You are a little too nice.
Really? I mean, that's one of the reasons I like you, but
Did you say something?
Nothing. Let me in.
We have a lot of stuff going on, but I am having a happy school life.